Now we're at the part of the story where I get transferred from the downtown jail to the Marceno motel, they love to call it, and they have pictures of him plastered everywhere. What a narcissist. Anyhow, what I know is that I went to jail in 2 different states, and I can compare them. And what I thought were just terrible things happening in the Lee County Jail were immediately confirmed for me when I landed in Denver, because they took me out to a paddy wagon. And if you don't know what a paddy wagon is, or at least this version of it, it's a van that has a wall down the middle of it, and it's all made out of metal. There's only one piece, basically, and they form a seat that runs from the front to the back on the right-hand side and on the left-hand side, and then there's a wall down the middle, so that you could put 3 people sitting next to each other, front to back, on the left and on the right. Then there's a gate in between the front of the van and that portion of the van. When I landed in Denver, they took me out to the van, and the Denver, Colorado sheriff that met me said, deputy, said, well, let's get some of these chains off of you. And he immediately started taking the chains off. And then he's got me in the van, and he said, hang on for a second. And he went and turned the radio on, and he turned the heat on, full blast. And he said, we're going to be here for like 20 minutes because we have to wait for some other guy from Kansas City to get here. And he said, okay. And he goes, and then I'm going to get you downtown. We'll get you booked in, and then we'll get you some lunch. And I couldn't believe it, because I was being treated like a human being for the first time in 21 days. It was 21 days at that point. I just was flabbergasted. And when they transported us, we could see out the front of the van. That means we could brace ourselves because you're handcuffed at the hands and at the feet. But he took my feet once off in Denver. But you can at least brace yourself. In Lee County, they transfer you into pitch black. You are totally deprived of all light. You can't see what's coming at you. You have no idea. I can't imagine a valid reason to do that other than to terrorize the people inside that vehicle. I really can't. You can't hold on to anything. There's a wall immediately in front of you. The seat is made out. There's nothing to hang on to. And you're rolling around in the dark. Now, when I say rolling around, I mean, moving around a lot more if you could see it. When we were being transported, the guy on the other side of the wall started screaming, hey, stop driving crazy, complaining about her driving. And I said, shut up. Shut up. I don't know if she can hear you, but if she can, I don't want to take the punishment if you piss her off. I don't want to pay the price. I don't. So shut up. He did. When we got there, Correctional Officer Smith, tall woman, silver white hair, shoulder length, mean as all get out. I'm getting out of a pitch black van in which I have been deprived of light for 15 minutes now, whatever time it takes to drive from the downtown, no, probably more, like it was traffic, what am I thinking? It's Florida. So probably 35, 40 minutes. I don't know how long I was deprived of all light whatsoever. But when I got out of the van, I was disoriented, that's for sure. And you know what she did? She stood right over me and said, who's going to pay the price now? I have a hand gesture I would like to express to her. She's mean. Ooh, she's mean. So, and that's not why she's just mean all the time, okay? But in the Denver County Jail, when I went there, and I have to give Denver County credit, I really do. Because when you've experienced such vast difference in treatment, you just, literally the woman walking to my cell, I looked at her and I said, I just can't believe how nice you guys are. And she said, it's not our job to pass judgment or to punish. That is not our job. My job is to walk you to your cell. That's my job. And I thought to myself, well, at least some of them out there know what they're doing, because in Lee County, it's not that way. Lee County treats you like you're a convicted, horrific person from the second they have you. It's insane. The other things about Lee County that there's so much, and I don't want to miss anything, so I'm trying to figure out which way to go here. Do I go down the list of the officers by name and what they did? Or do I go, I don't know. One of the things they don't like to do in Lee County is give you toilet paper. Toilet paper is very much rationed. Now picture a jail cell with 64 women in it. Dorm 9, Dorm 10 hold. Both times, in both dorms I was in, it was about between 60 and 64 people at any given time I was there. There was never toilet paper. You would have to wipe yourself with your panties and then wash them out in the sink and hang them over your bed. And they would say to you, it's because your fellow inmates steal it and hide it in their thing. Well, I will tell you that Officer Cerverdes one day said, I put 8 rolls of toilet paper in here, and that should last you, and you're not getting any more. She's on a 12-hour shift. 8 rolls of toilet paper was supposed to last 64 women. Most of them still in their cycle days, let's put it that way. Couldn't have toilet paper. They screamed at you about toilet paper all the time. They acted like it came out of their freaking paycheck. Having toilet paper was something that you were supposed to be so freaking grateful for. It's ridiculous. Women, all of the people in Lee County have to wear a one-piece jumpsuit. This is ridiculous for women, at least, because Lee County does not provide anything to their inmates, and I mean nothing. You pay for your own booking. You pay for everything. You pay for your bra and your underwear and everything, and if you don't have money, you don't get them. So there are many, many women in the Lee County Jail who currently don't have a bra or panties, but they're forced to wear a one-piece jumpsuit. So every time that they have to use the restroom in the open bathroom, it's visible to everybody in the jail cell and everybody on the other side of the glass, who can be men or women. Even though we have women, there were men back there. Every time those women had to go to the bathroom, they had to fully expose their entire body to the entire place. Went to Denver. First thing they did is hand me a bra and 2 pairs of panties and a correctional uniform that had a top and a pair of pants, so that when I went to the bathroom in a cell where the toilet was visible, because that's a thing, at least I could just pull down my pants and do that without exposing my entire body. But in Lee County, they do not give you anything. Nothing. I washed out my pair of panties for 12 days straight and hung them over my bed. And that's how I was able to have some. Very often I wasn't wearing them because they were dirty and drying and whatever. So yeah, Lee County Jail. I got a lot more, but I'll go over some of it. It's so much. But toilet paper. You can't have toilet paper in the Lee County Jail. It's disgusting.